guys. I'm gonna try to keep this video as short and as brief as possible, but this week you have your AP exam, which I know for you might seem nerve-wracking, understandably so. I was in your position at one point, but as your teacher, I am so excited for you guys to write some really incredible rhetorical analyses and to really show the College Board how capable you are of analyzing someone else's speech, someone else's text, and be able to tell us why they're saying what they're saying, what they are motivated by, the reason they're speaking to that particular audience in that way, the reason that they're using certain types of verbiage, their word choice, why they structured the speech in that way. I know you guys are so capable of doing that, and I know that because I've read your writing. So I am really confident in your guys' ability to do really well this week on your exam. Your exam is on May 20th, that is this Wednesday. It is at 2 p.m., but you need to open your laptop and get logged in and ready to go at 1:30. And you want to do that so that you have more than enough time to really make sure that you're going to be good to go. Last week, you should have done the AP exam demo where you sort of practiced what it was gonna look like and you did the checklist so that you knew that you were ready. If you haven't done that yet, then that's okay. Like if you're watching this on Monday or even Tuesday, that's okay. Go ahead and do that. I mean, it was for your quiz grade last week, so I definitely want you to get that done before you take the exam, and then that also will take care of that quiz, that assignment grade. So really make sure that you're ready for the exam. In this week's lesson, I mean, there's nothing in the lesson, there's nothing that you need to turn in because this week you were doing the hard, laborious work of producing a rhetorical analysis under time constraints. So there's no assignment this week, but I do have some resources for you guys because on your exam, you obviously, because you're at home and there is no camera watching you, you're able to have whatever resources you need in front of you. So if you need an old rhetorical analysis that you've written, if you wrote an essay that was like, awesome, you can have that next to you in case you want to look at that and see sort of what you did that really worked in that essay. You can have old notes. Speaking of notes, I have compiled a short PDF. I say short because it has 3 different sections, but it's a bit long because one of the sections is a glossary. I've compiled that for you guys. It includes a checklist, like a rhetorical analysis checklist. It includes the rhetorical analysis rubric, so that while you're writing it, you just have the rubric there and remember that these are sort of the things you need to be doing. And then there's also a glossary in that. I really don't want you guys to open your question and start sifting through that because that will end up costing you a lot of time, and that's time that you could spend writing. And your brains alone are so capable of just producing really incredible writing about other people's writing, so you don't need to spend a lot of time with that. I did create that for you so that before the exam you can have a look through it and sort of just review what a rhetorical analysis is comprised of, and review just rhetorical terms and devices, and especially focus on the ones that you know. Like if you're like, I know juxtaposition, I know repetition, then go through that and really just make sure you're clear on that. And then you can have that handy while you take your exam so that if you get really stuck or you have a mind block and you maybe don't know really where to go next, you can go ahead and take a quick look through and see if maybe one of those rhetorical devices jogs your memory. If you're like, oh my gosh, I know what juxtaposition is, but now that I'm seeing it here, I definitely see it in this essay. Let me get back to writing. So I made that for you guys. Obviously, feel free to look through your own notes and come up with your own stuff. If you choose not to have notes, obviously that's fine. Like you don't need notes. Most students take this every year and they sit down and there are no notes and they're fine. So, but the fact that you can have notes is to your advantage. Just make sure you're being really smart about it and you're not spending all your time looking through notes, because that would be scary to me if I looked at the clock and it was like 10 minutes remaining. So yeah, so that is this week. Please, please, please. I'm gonna be in contact with you guys. I would love for you guys to be in this Monday's WebEx call, but even more so, I would really, really, really love for you guys to be on Thursday's WebEx call so that we can talk about the experience of the exam, like how that was for you guys. and maybe just do like a quick self-assessment, like how did we think we did? Quick reminder, for this year's AP exam, typically instructors of AP classes do not get a chance to review their students' work and sort of give or add any sort of commentary or evidence as to why a student should score a certain way. But this year, obviously because of the circumstances, us as instructors are going to get the chance to look at your writing and appeal a score that we don't agree with. So if we agree, or if we think that you should have scored higher, or that you should be getting more college credit, after reading your essay, the College Board is allowing us to sort of like fight for that score for you guys and fight for that college credit. So that being said, you really want to try your hardest and don't worry so much about the fact that this is the only artifact they're seeing. Really do your best, because if you do your best and I have all this evidence for you, then you shouldn't be worried that the College Board is not going to get a good representation of your ability to conduct analyses and your ability to compose in the English language, because this is English language and composition. Okay. Again, I'm gonna repeat this one more time. Really make sure you did that AP exam demo. Make sure you've gone through the AP exam checklist. Make sure you know what your AP ID is. Make sure you remember that your test is at 2 o'clock, but you need to be ready to take your test at 1:30. Remember that you can either write your essay, pencil or pen and paper, you can take a picture and upload that, or you can do it in a separate window and submit it that way. You can either submit a file or you can copy and paste. Those are going to be your options. That is all in the demo though, and that's in the demo, and some of that is reviewed in the checklist. So really, really, really make sure that you do that. Again, I feel so good about you guys taking this exam. I know it's under weird circumstances and it's for you guys not an ideal situation, but just know that I am really confident about your guys' ability to do well, and I need you guys to feel confident. This is gonna sound silly, but anytime, and I'm not kidding you, anytime I take any sort of big test that scares me, before I take it, I tell myself that, not that I'm literally Einstein, I don't literally think I'm Einstein, but I'm made up of the same types of genetic material as Einstein. Like, I come from the same vat of energy in the universe, right? So therefore, I can do well. I know it sounds really silly, but I have access to everything I need to have access to going into this, and I feel good about it, and I know I'm gonna do well. And I need you guys to get into that headspace. No overconfidence, but just be really calm and know that you are really ready to take this exam. And I know that you're ready to take this exam and write this essay, because we have talked the heck out of rhetorical analyses. So that being said, I really hope that I see you guys today on Monday, but if not, I hope I see you after the exam. I will be in communication with you guys, and I wish you so much luck, and I'm sending you good vibes and good energy, and at 2 o'clock, I'm just gonna be sitting here, literally just sending you good energy while you write your essays. So yeah, I will talk to you guys soon. Good luck.